We are live. It's on.
Live for the ninth inning rally.
That's it.
Whoa.
You hear that?
No, I can't hear it.
Son of a bitch. All right.
That was the thought that counts.
I hear it. What's that?
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah. You know what? I remembered my son was showing me the ropes of some of this live streaming stuff. And turns out we were flagged for putting something we shouldn't put up on YouTube. We can't get paid for it. We didn't get we're not like any trouble or anything.
Was it a
We
highlight?
No, we put up. We watched the scene from Ray Donovan.
Oh.
That's why we couldn't do it.
Fucking Showtime.
Yeah, man. So here it is, Thursday night, Sunday Pour live in living color, live here on YouTube. Yankee Rally is trying to get revved up here.
We were icing the pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
Gleyber is faking. He's doing the old Bernie Williams. He's got something in his eye.
Oh, Bernie with the contact lenses. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice little ice the kicker technique.
That was the Bernie rookie card. He's wearing like these awful glasses.
Oh yeah, the goggles.
Yeah. Let's see if I can find it. I gotta put it up now. Now they know how to do this. Let's see if I can find the Bernie Williams. Oh, this isn't it. This isn't the rookie card.
Wasn't it like a Donruss 1990? That's the one I could picture that I had. I think it was Donruss.
Man,
we're gonna get flagged if we do play-by-play.
Here's Presley. Page bounces it and bounces away from Maldonado. That's just going to send Gleyber to first. Second.
We might have to do strictly Yanks tonight because my iPad's low battery.
That's fine. All right, good. New headphones though?
Yes. These no feedback today. Yeah.
No, so far so good.
My problem with those headphones was the left one. I thought was dead, but I'm like, all right, well, I only need to hear out of my right ear. That's fine. But apparently the left headphone wasn't completely dead, so it was coming in and out. So I think that must have been the feedback. Okay, that wasn't the one I was picturing, but I do know that card.
This was just a picture. I didn't actually find the card.
I was gonna give Hicks a pass tonight, not even talk about him, but now like first and second.
Now that I have to watch him and not have Carpenter up. I mean, I'd rather have Carpenter or Higashioka up. Look, you can't have Hicks and Gallo in the same lineup. I don't mind one of them at a time. I know Hicks has been hitting recently, but you can't have them both in the lineup.
I'm gonna lead with Gallo because it's over for Gallo.
He's atrocious.
It's over. Like how are you gonna give that guy an October at bat? There's no way.
No. I mean, the best thing he did all week was pop one up off the roof in Tampa and almost dropped in, or actually extended the at bat.
Yeah, like he came up second and third in Tampa, 1 out, and like you just knew he popped up to the shortstop, I think, and I was surprised he didn't strike out.
Yeah,
like I did like an O when he popped up to the shortstop.
Yeah, you're expecting double strikeout and no, not double play, but you're definitely expecting strikeout. Making contact is a rarity. He's atrocious.
He might be, if there's a runner on third base in less than 2 outs, he might be the last person in baseball I'd want at the plate.
Yeah, he's not going to be around for long.
You think they just DFA, cut ties. I don't even know how you trade a guy like Gallo. Like, who trade? Is he an expiring contract?
I think he's got another year left for some reason. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but I feel like he's got another year left.
The problem with
And
Gallo is, like, we knew what he was.
Oh, Hicks!
Wow.
Hicks puts one in the seats.
Tie ball game.
All tied up of the closer. Yankee team does not die.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Ryan Presley. Yard work.
Ryan Presley has left the
building. All right. Well, new ball game. Let's go.
Yes, I gotta give Hicks credit, man. He has been hitting recently.
He has
up a little bit, so I don't like. I think he should be further down the lineup, but he was in the right place tonight. I'll tell you that much.
Well, yeah, he should be ninth, and Gallo should be in Antarctica.
the Antarctica Penguins.
And Gallo plays like every night.
I don't understand it. I don't.
Like even tonight, like I thought like he's been sitting against lefties, so I was like, all right, he's not gonna play against Valdez. And I see the lineup and he's hitting ninth. And it's like, where's Donaldson?
Yeah, seriously. I'd rather have Donaldson up in a big spot than Gallo. I'd rather have Carpenter up in a big spot. Got Shoke, I'd rather have up. Yeah, anybody that's on the bench.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's like they're just trying to like beat him into submission like Jay Bruce style until he retires.
Maybe they hope he gets hot so he can up his trade value a little bit.
I really don't know what I think they're just like so tied to him. Like they just have their guys. Like Hicks is Cashman's guy. He's gonna play. Like they want to show you that this guy. It's gonna work.
Yeah.
It's like it's not even money. He's not making a lot of money. He's just like Cashman's like, hey, I traded for this guy. It's gonna work. Trust me.
The thing with Gallo, as you mentioned, like we knew what he was coming in, but
I forgot to finish that point.
I'll add my point too. It was just like he's the worst case scenario of what he could be. Like there was when you got him, it was maybe he gets to New York and he kind of figures it out a little bit, different team, different setting. Fucking Yankees. Maybe he's got a little something left or a little something in him to pick up where he goes, but it's been the opposite. He's gotten worse. I mean, I never watched the Texans, but he's the worst case scenario.
The best case scenario was, 40 home runs and he hits 220. But 40 home runs is 40 home runs.
Yeah, 220 was the higher water goal.
Right. The worst case scenario was he's still all or nothing, but he's a lot more nothing than all.
And I'm getting sick and tired of it. Every time he's up, they say, well, he says this is the player he is. Well, it's not good enough. Like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, that's maybe you shouldn't be a baseball player then. If you're not going to adjust. Like, I think about like Cal Ripken. Like, he adjusted his swing a billion times in his career.
I feel like most guys do.
Yeah, they tinker, this and that. They change up, and pitchers all the time. They change who they are. Like go throughout their careers. I mean, CC did it. Pedro did it. I mean, you watch a lot of players. They kind of change who they are as they get older. If you want to maintain a career, this guy's refusing to change it in the prime of his career. Like he's not even trying to adjust. Good news is he's on deck.
The good news is he can make us eat our words. There's no way. I mean, I have so little faith in Gallo.
If Hicks and Gallo hit home runs in the ninth inning to send us to win this first game,
we'll have to record during all their big at bats in October. We'll just have to make sure we jump on and trash them.
I might actually have to shut this off and delete it. And we never said anything. But no, hey, we were singing their praises, and I don't just didn't record. I don't know why.
I think Gallo is jinx proof. Sunday report
Gallows.
jinx proof. Well, I think too. I think with Gallo too, and there's no way to really know this for sure, but I think New York has kind of eaten him up a little bit.
Yeah.
The problem is he's always been all or nothing, so you can't really say, oh, it's not like he was a 330 hitter before he got here. But I do think pressure's gotten to him a little bit. Oh, I think he was safe. I don't know.
Throw beat him.
Fucking good throw. But I think man.
He's walking off. He didn't even call. You know
I fucking make him look at it. Fuck it. Ninth inning. I don't even know what the rules. I don't even know what the rules are for challenges, but I think he's in there.
He might have got under. Yeah, he might have got under it.
Safe. I'm saying safe.
That was weird because he like ran right off. I think his foot got in before the tag.
I'm gonna say safe. It's very bang bang. Let's see.
The dirt is tough to. That was a better tag than he made yesterday. Palefa, that throw from Stanton.
Yeah, he was number 2 on my concern list. I worry about him at shortstop.
What are they going to do?
Nothing. I think you live with him. I'm not going Glaber. I'm not getting drastic.
No. You can't go. That's crazy talk.
I think you have to live with him at shortstop. It's just one of those. It's one of those concerns that it's not being talked about right now, but it could become a thing at some point.
You could see him having a little meltdown in October, defensively.
Well, that's really the worst case scenario. But I was thinking like in August he goes through a stretch where he makes 3 or 4 errors in a week.
Gotcha.
You got really dark.
Well, that's when you're the first team of 50, you start thinking about these things. You're looking for any kind of weakness. Anything that cost you a game, cost you a series.
Yeah, that might be their biggest difference this year. I don't know if they're going to be able to. It's very close.
There's too much dirt between his cleat and the bag to make the call. To reverse the call.
Yeah, that is a tsunami.
Yeah, great throw.
They called him out. He's jogging off. That was a perfect throw. It took a perfect throw. All right. Well, the good news is there's not going to be a runner on third base and 1 out for Gallo. If we want to look at the positive. Wait, it's still under review and he's running off? So what happens when there's no sound?
I'm trying to think if I like stealing that. Trevino up. I mean, that was a double play.
It was a 1-1 count or 2-0? What was the count?
I don't know if that was a strike or a ball.
Yeah, it was worth a challenge.
Yeah, I don't mind the challenge. I just know I'm curious about the sending. I don't know if I love sending.
Do they even send runners anymore, or do they just go?
No, there's gotta be signs.
I don't know.
Exchange. I'm sure some guys have the constant green light. Some guys know to go. But other times the managers, I was playing with a manager that not even calling steals.
What's the point? Well, wouldn't it come from the third base coach, though? I think manager relays it to the third base coach and relays it to the runner.
It probably depends on the team, but I don't think the third base. I don't think the third base coach is making the call. Do you want Phil Nevin calling the shots? He's third base coach. He'd be stealing every runner. Would be stealing.
Well, let's use Rizzo as an example. There's no way Rizzo is getting a call from the dugout to steal. Rizzo just goes on instincts.
Yeah, I would say guys like that, veterans, smart veterans like that have the okay to do stuff. He's never going to get a straight steal, Rizzo. It's going to be what are you swinging at? It's never going to be straight steal. It's going to be one of those instinctual things.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you get a guy like, I don't know, Tyler Wade up there. He's getting – I mean, obviously he's there to steal bases, But I mean, he knows if it's a go situation, no go situation.
Yeah, I just feel like they give players free reign now. They all have the green light 3-0. They all can go, run on any pitch.
Oh, a little base knock. Trevino. Puts the double play back in play for Gallo.
I don't know if I've ever seen Gallo hit into a double play.
That's a good point. Here comes Dusty. Whoa.
So Dusty's going to bring in a lefty. No, righty. Stanek? Is that Ryan Stanek?
That is Ryan Stanek.
Ugh, looks like Pigpen. Fucking Charlie Brown over here. What a scumbag.
And it saves, really, saves the Yankees from having to throw Gallo up there out of duty to him.
Are they going to hit Gallo here or no? I feel like they.
No, I think I saw Donaldson.
Oh, okay. That's the play. I figured they were going to let Gallo hit and just be like, oh, this can get him going, but.
Oh, Stanek's right. Yeah, so they didn't actually do him a favor. But I thought I saw Donaldson, though, with a helmet on as they went to commercial. As they went to the Hicks highlight. Yeah. So, you have other Yankee concerns? You say you want to go all Yanks. How about your battery at?
7.
7?
Does your iPad take forever to charge? Is that like a normal thing?
I don't use the iPad that much.
Yeah. I do have another concern.
All right, let's hear it.
Chapman. What's his role?
I don't know. Lefty specialist?
Lefty specialist is kind of dead. I mean, if you have let's say 2 lefties leading off an inning in the 7th, you go Chapman.
Yeah. I think so. I think that's really you need him off tough lefties. Maybe I'm not putting him in the 8th or 9th innings anymore. I don't think.
No, nope.
I think
so. And you know what the real shitty thing about Chapman is you can't bring him in with men on base. There's no way.
No.
Can't hold guys on.
He's a clean inning, and he needs to start off strong, or otherwise he's fucked.
Yeah, it's like there's too many things going against him. Like I want the guy who they need back and going is Johnny Lasagna. Like that's the guy you could bring in with men on base, and he can give you multiple innings. Game starts to go haywire in the 4th inning. It's like 6-5, fucking shootout. You bring him in to maybe stabilize the game in the 4th inning. Maybe get you through the 4th, get you through the 5th, into the 6th. Like that's the guy.
Fireman role. Yeah.
Yeah. Chapman, it's like everything. The stars need to be aligned perfect.
Yeah.
For him.
Yeah, he's a disaster in waiting. You're holding your breath no matter when he's coming to the game. Oh,
no Donaldson. All right.
They want to
get him going. They want to get him going.
Can I see the defense? No way they show the defense. Is a bunt in play here? Down the line?
I would say the bunt is absolutely in play. Even if it's a sack bunt, it's in play.
Oh, yeah. Do it. Come on.
He has laid down a bunt a couple times. I will give him that.
I know. Oh, he has. Absolutely.
That was probably the best pitch he's going to have to hit.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's disgusting.
It's like the fucking redneck Fabio with his locks in the wind.
Here's the pitch. 0-1. So swings.
Oh man,
swings at his eyes for strike 2.
His at-bats are just.
You cannot have him up. You cannot have him up in this position. You can't have him up. Carpenter, at least Carpenter will give you a good at bat.
So Donaldson had a helmet on in case they brought a lefty. I don't even know if they had a lefty warming, but I'm assuming that's why. They just
Carpenter's a 3-pitch strikeout, but Carpenter's the play though. He just puts up a better at bat, contact guy. On top of that, he's got more home runs than Gallo. I mean, if you're looking for the home run, got more home runs than Gallo.
Right. I mean, you don't even need a home run technically.
Right.
I think I think they're just like being extra sure he's not the guy for this team in October. Like they're just double, triple, and quadruple checking. Like they just keep like, all right, we have a 12-game lead in the division. Let's just really make sure Gallo, like maybe he'll.
You can't triple stamp a double stamp. It's official. It's pretty official.
I mean, is it possible that you just use Gallo as like a caddy for Stanton if he plays right field, like pinch runner for Stanton in the 9th inning, defensive replacement for Stanton late in games? Like, is that possible? But then you run into the situation where it goes into the 12th inning and he's going to be hitting in big situations.
Which we know Boone is susceptible to that, and Gallo, if he's the caddy, Gallo's going to be in a position where he's batting cleanup in the extra innings.
Yeah, for sure. Like right in front of like Judge or like Rizzo, who they're going to just automatically walk to get to Gallo.
Yeah. I mean, he does have use as far as being a defensive replacement. He's still a good defender.
But does it just get so bad where you just gotta? I mean, I want to bring in Benintendi, but that's just. I mean, I would bring in a corner outfielder.
Dream scenario, yeah. But I mean, you just can't have Gallo taking big at bat stuff. He's just atrocious. That was terrible at bat.
Non-competitive.
He took the pitch that was actually a strike and then swung at 2 balls.
I mean, he did exactly what I would have done. You send me up. I would have swung and missed.
Yeah.
Not even come close. I would have swung at 3 pitches instead of 2, but I would not have come close.
You would have styled it a little better. You would have did some styling for sure. It would have been a real pretty strikeout.
Yeah. I would have loved to have known that. They had to have the shift on for him.
I know, yeah. That's just sometimes they just work against better judgment.
All right, runner will be off. They didn't pinch run for Trevino, did they? They would have showed that. Yeah. They don't really have a traditional pinch runner on the bench, do they? I mean, Donaldson, Carpenter. Yeah. So I mean, in a perfect world, I would go. Like bring Benintendi in, and then Hicks kind of becomes your 4th outfielder. Yeah. Or when Stanton DHs, then Hicks is your. I guess Hicks would play center, Judge would go to right, and then Benintendi would play left. That would make the most sense.
I'd keep Judge in center, and I don't mind. There's a walk to LeMahieu. I really don't mind.
But if it was Hicks, Benintendi, and Judge in the outfield, I think you put Judge in right.
Because Benintendi has to play left?
I think. I'm not a Benintendi expert, but I think he's left field.
All right. Well, we've done this once before already this year here on The Pour. Aaron Judge coming up bat. It's been a game of 3-run home runs. There are 2 men on.
It has been all 3-run home runs. That is right.
Yep.
That is correct.
3-run home run. Was it Bregman, Alvarez, Hicks, and Stanton, all with 3-run home runs. And now here's Judge, 2 men on.
Got some nice numbers against Stanek. Ryan. Even his first name is spelled like white trash. Ryan
Stanek.
How did Ryan Sandberg spell his name? Did he spell it like that?
Was it R-Y? I don't think it was R-Y-N-E. I don't think so.
R-Y-E-N is how he spelled it.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it was that either.
Oh.
I don't think it was Ryan Stanek. Speaking of Ryan Sandberg, have you seen the kid in Pittsburgh?
O'Neill.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
He has got a gun. Like Shawan Dunston.
I haven't even watched him play. I just saw he was named after Paul O'Neill.
Oh, was he? I don't know. But he has. I've seen some highlights, and he whips the ball. All right, here's Stanek to Judge. Wind up in the pitch. All right, the stretch. It's a curveball in the dirt. Ball 1.
Maldonado getting in front of it.
Really good catcher.
I think he's like the best defensive catcher in the league.
Okay.
Because he doesn't hit. I think he doesn't hit at all. They just keep bringing him back because he's awesome behind the plate.
That's what he does. Yeah. Stanek's locks blowing in the Bronx air. The 1-0 pitch to Judge on its way out of the stretch.
That's low.
Another breaking ball below the
a good
knees.
take.
Yeah,
it's a good take.
Yeah, Judge had a bad at bat last night. Bases loaded. Made up for it.
I did not like that. Yeah, I did not like that at bat. The base loaded.
Made up for it later in the night. But,
He did. He hit one over. He beat the. He didn't beat the shift. He beat the. What do you call those? The rings. Up in the.
Another breaking ball in the dirt, pitching all around. Wants nothing to do. Has not reached the plate once. Well, yeah, he did reach the plate once. But.
You saw where that home run it went over the highest ring last night?
No, I didn't see it. Is that right?
Yeah. He beat the rings.
Jesus. What do you win? It's like a Sonic the Hedgehog thing?
Yeah, right.
The ring. All right, 3-0.
He has the he does have the green light.
He takes it. Oh, he rips it down the line.
Yes.
Base hit into the corner. Trevino comes around. Judge walks it off. Yankees take game 1 of the series.
Thank God I got 4% battery. I do have one more complaint.
Bring it on. No, now's the time. Air it all out as they're dancing on the field. Seeds and peanuts, or well, I don't know what's going on.
Some David sunflower seeds, some Bazooka Joe was on the field.
Yep. Another walk-off hit for Judge. Judge knows hollow numbers.
$400 million. We're gonna have to fucking overpay so much.
He made his point.
Yeah. No, the last one it's serious, but I mean Michael K. He bothered me the other night when he jumped the gun on Judge's home run, and it just got me thinking about on Tuesday night when Judge pinch hit in the 9th, and it looked like he tied the game up and broke his bat.
Yeah.
He's Michael K is in the 5. I don't know. It's probably more than 5%, 10, however many, 15% of people in the world who just no matter what they do, Michael K could change his name, move halfway across the world, change everything about him, and people would still be like, "Ugh, this guy stinks." There's certain people. There's certain people no matter what they do, they're just not going to be likable.
Yes, that's it. There's nothing. You're right. He seems he's phony. He's a phony.
I don't know. I don't know if he is a phony, though. I think that's who he is. He just stinks.
Well, to me, that's all an act. He's trying to act like a human being, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work for him.
And he kind of leans. So he kind of leans into being a dork, but it's it's not. It's still not.
Cool. He thinks he's cool.
You think he does? How could he possibly think that?
He thinks he's the shit. You've heard him talk on his show, man. He talks out of his ass. He talks like he's Francesa. Thinks he's God's gift to sports talk radio, that kind of shit, man.
Yeah.
He thinks he's cool.
Ugh, fucking K. We can't say gay anymore. It's just get replaced with K. That's so K. You're so K, bro.
Don't be K.
Yeah. Fucking K-Wad.
Yeah, he's bad. He's atrocious. I actually do have a legit complaint about the team on the field.
Okay.
I got a problem with Cole, man. I don't trust Cole in any kind of pressure situation. And I haven't all season, not since opening day when he couldn't handle Billy Crystal throwing the opening pitch. It became a problem. He started a no-hitter the other night, and he's pacing. First of all, it's fucking June, all right? And he's pacing back and forth. Sit the fuck down. Just relax, man. I know it's nerve-wracking, but, you've been in World Series games before. How is this more nerve-wracking than that? He's pacing back and forth, and then he's sitting after he gives up the hit. He's moping on the field. The next pitch he gives up is right. Did you give a home run after the hit? No. Or you hit the guy hit a bomb, right? He gave up the hit, and then I forget who it was after, but I don't know, did he go yard? He tied up. Did
No.
they tie it up?
They tied it up, but they brought in Holmes. I think Cole may have given up another hit after that. I can't remember
Right,
exactly.
right. He teed it up. He teed it up. Right, you're right. Holmes gave it up. It was his first run since like opening day or something, right?
Yep.
So he's pacing and he's like he's moping. He's all downtrodden. At the end of the game, right? They bailed him out. They came out, took care of business. And Hicks again, yeah. And he just like he walks out of the dugout. He's moping out of the dugout like baby didn't get his bottle. Like, the team won the fucking game. Like I know you get the no, but I mean, at least be happy. The team picked you up. That's what that's how you know it's a good team. They picked you up.
Yeah, he's very like ornery and like fidgety. Cole. He reminds me of
a Yankee.
Yeah.
Fidgety. Lovable Yankee, or did you despise him?
I didn't care. I didn't despise him, but it wasn't like one of my favorites. I don't know if I would consider him fidgety. Well, definitely ornery.
Ornery.
Let me look up the definition of ornery. Make sure I got it right.
I think you got it. Very, very easy to.
Oh yeah, stubborn, disagreeable. Yeah, definitely.
Ornery Yankee. Oh, not Kyle Farnsworth, is it?
Creature of habit. Yeah. No, not Kyle Farnsworth.
Boggs. Well, Boggs was a creature of habit. Boggs was, yeah.
Boggs, you could have a cocktail with. You have a Miller Lite with.
or 11. Or 35.
Like I could totally see this guy getting upset at like how Cole did on opening day about the 4-minute delay.
I mean, Clemens was the roid rage.
Nope.
I don't know. Who are you talking about?
Mussina. He's got a lot of Mussina. Mussina was a creature of habit.
Yeah.
Like everything was like had to be perfect for him. And similar when I first thought of the Cole Mussina comparison was actually not, and this isn't really necessarily a negative, but it was last year. I think it was in Houston when Cole pitched that complete game shutout, and like he kind of yelled at Boone to get off the mound.
Mm-hmm.
Mussina did that to Torre years ago in Detroit. Like Torre was going to take him out, and he just pointed at him. He was like, "No, stay right there."
Well, I like that.
Right. That's the positive comparison between Cole and Mussina. I don't mind that. That's fiery, but they do like the opening day thing was what gave me like the negative comparison between them, because I was like, oh, that's such a Mussina thing to get upset about. Mussina, like, I don't know. Not that this should be points against them, but this is actually something Mike Okay used to say. You'd be like sitting there doing the New York Times.
Uh-oh. That was it? Do we lose him for good? How do we know? How do you know if he just stays frozen like that? And that's all there is to it? Oh, no. Oh,
no, we're good. I'm at 3%. We're good.
All right, okay.
Mussina is a different bird, that's all. A different bird, and so is Cole.
Well, what was the New York Times crossword puzzle you're going with there?
Mussina used to do the New York Times crossword puzzle.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right, fair. Did you see the Kyle Farnsworth thing as we transition?
No.
Former Yankees?
No, what about Kyle Farnsworth? Oh, by the way, this is a 16-year anniversary of the Old Timers Day we went to, which will be tomorrow, technically 16 years. But we were at the game the night before. I looked up the box score against the Marlins. Yeah. Girardi was at the helm for the formerly Florida Marlins. Kyle Farnsworth did pitch in that game. Came in the eighth inning. It was 6-3. When he left the mound, it was 6-5. Luckily, that wasn't shut the door.
That wasn't the game where those guys were at, right?
Oh, might have been.
Well,
the dead wife.
Dead wife story. Yeah, we'll get into that. We'll talk about that next week. Yeah, 16 years, huh? Dead wife story.
Dead wife story. Shooter McGavin.
It was ridiculous. Ridiculous. One of the more ridiculous stories I've ever heard.
I mean, those guys are probably kind of how old we are now, maybe a little older.
Older than we are now. They had to be in it. One guy was probably in his 50s. Right?
Shooter McGavin was.
He might be a little bit younger, but that guy was definitely 50.
He actually looked like the bad guy from Kingpin. If I remember
Which one?
it. The guy who has the guy who has the bowling alley in his house. He used to be with I don't know, Rebecca, whatever her name was.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. He just came in and just sat down in like the 6th inning, and they were just hammered.
Yeah, just shit faced, absolutely shit faced, and they did not stop talking. And it was all just, it was fine, but it's just ridiculous conversation.
Yes.
But it's a teaser right there. We'll get into that next week.
Yeah, I did have some other stuff, but it's all right. I went to go see your cousin tonight at the feast.
Oh yeah, how was it? What'd you have?
A little porchetta, a little sausage and broccoli rabe, and a fried dough. And I had the wine. I had the wine with the peaches.
Oh, you have to, yeah. How's he doing?
Carlo Rossi. I didn't really talk to him too much. They were kind of busy.
He always not busy when people are around. Oh, I can't talk. I'm so busy right now. He just fucking sits around, doesn't do shit. That's all that.
Frank came from around the.
Yeah, Frank's. Yeah, Frank always looking for a break.
Frank. Yeah, Frank's the king of looking busy, but he'll come say hi. Like, I'm busy, but.
Yeah.
I'll take 5.
And I don't know if I'm gonna make it over. I'm not gonna make it tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. I tonight was the only night we could do it, so.
Yeah, busy full weekend.
I think top 5 smell like foods is when you walk into like an Italian feast and you smell like the onions.
Oh yeah.
The sausage. That's top 5 smell. That's why I don't get nuts. That's why I don't get nuts about like these how there's all million fairs and festivals or whatever. I call them the WFTs, the white trash festivals, WTFs. Dude, I grew up with like 10 different like carnivals, like predominantly like Italian. This is very arrogant, but like,
oh, they're the best.
Yeah, like I don't need to go eat your fucking churros or whatever they are, fried shoelaces. I don't know what fried Oreos like that people go nuts about. Like
this cotton candy and hot dogs, right? Hamburgers, like it's weird to me it's weird to me to go to a fair, like a feast, and the hamburgers like the option. Like that shouldn't be.
They have that there tonight. Like why would they have hamburgers and hot dogs?
They're catering to other people that might not want.
That don't belong.
Right. That's right. Yeah, trying to be an inclusive feast. St. Andrews is 21st century. I think I told you last year I went to the Italian feast over here. Yeah. When I walked in, I knew I'd made a mistake. Like this is not an Italian feast. Like it was all outsourced stuff. Like come try our pizza, and it was like Frankie's Pizza Place from down the street. It was just some generic pizza truck, not even from the area. You could tell like every truck was the same. It was just one had pretzels, one had pizza, one had fried dough, one had whatever sausage and peppers, but you knew it wasn't the real deal.
Yeah,
that's the whole reason I wanted to go, is to kind of find out where's like the restaurants in the area, and like where should I be trying out, but they didn't have those people weren't there.
Right. It's like
oh
no. Around there, yeah.
But yeah, it is.
Cotton candy is disgusting, by the way. I think we've talked about that before.
Yeah. But
you like candy apples?
Nah, it's a mess. Don't get your teeth. You're gonna break a tooth off. Even with strong teeth, you feel like you're gonna. I don't understand the point of it, really.
That's like something I associate like a white trash festival with. Is like people sitting around with like caramel apples. Disgusting.
Yeah. I don't get it. It's a mess. And
I just want to walk into a festival or feast or carnival, whatever it is, and smell the onions.
That's it.
That's really all I'm asking for.
No, as far as smells go, you're absolutely right. It's like that. Italian bakery. Not Subway.
A movie theater popcorn. When you walk in a movie, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, movie theaters are a great smell.
Fried
You're
chicken.
talking like fried chicken, yeah.
I think like KFC, Popeyes. I used to have a bus stop that was like sometimes people would get on or get off there. It was right in front of a KFC. And say what you want about KFC. Yeah, disgusting, probably, but like the smell is just pretty good.
All those you walk by any of those places that have friolators going, and the smell is. I'm not gonna say any of them are top 5 or top 10 type smells, but they're very alluring.
I'll give you an underrated one that you don't get that often. If you're in a donut shop and they just made the fresh donuts, that's a good smell.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes you can get it from the street. It's not the same with like the fried chicken where it's just overwhelming. But once in a blue moon, you can catch it from the street. Like, oh, they just made donuts. Nice.
Yeah. And but I said bakery, but I get it goes both ways for a pastry shop and for a bread first bakery.
Yeah, what is that smell exactly? Like a pastry shop? Is that like anisette? Is that like it's
something sweet in the air? Yeah, especially
you know the smell. You know the smell.
Yeah, it's just a mix of all the powdered sugar and whatever's going on back there.
Yeah.
And then you walk into a regular like bread bakery, you got like whatever the yeast smell in the air. Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
Fried pickles. That's another one. Fried pickles. It's like something I would associate a feast with.
People, like I love pickles, but people have made like a lifestyle out of pickles in general. I don't get it. Pickle juice, it's a big thing. Okay, I remember being like a kid and like sitting watching TV just eating pickles because like I was in the house and I was like 17 years old, so I used to eat what's available.
Oh,
I remember thinking like this is disgusting, but I'm not stopping. It's great.
Yeah.
People do it all the time.
So we have one more show before 4th of July because I'm at 1% right now, so I want to get this in.
Yep. Go.
We don't need to do an entire show about it, but I think best 4th, and we may have done this already. We haven't done a movie podcast in a while. I think I want to touch on The Sandlot. I know we've talked Sandlot before. I don't think we've done a podcast.
We've not.
Okay.
No, we have not.
All right. So we'll do a little mixed bag next week. iPad will be charged. Sandlot.
Dead Wife Story.
Sandlot, Dead Wife Story.
Dead Wife Story we'll save for the very end. That'll be like hour 30. We'll get into that. That's after hours.
Yeah, and if we have time, we'll do Biden falling off his bike.
Something new will be next week.
Oh man, but it's not that important. It was just such a ridiculous video. Like you would have thought it was staged.
Yeah, it was almost like he just forgot how to stand up for a second.
It was like someone unplugged him from the wall.
Yeah, exactly what it was.
You know, it was like that's what like Woody in Toy Story. You know how like when you would have to go limp when Andy walked in the room. That's what it was like. It was like I'm not a real person anymore. Yeah. Andy showed up.
Yeah.
And what bothered me so much is when he started coming towards the people and they started clapping for him like he was 5 years old. That's like an ovation you'd give like when your kid first took off his training wheels. Like that's what politicians surround themselves with is people like just giving them standing O's for like the most basic shit that anyone could do. It's so ridiculous.
So, I mean, good for him for riding a bike. I haven't rode a bike in how many years, but I'm not clapping for it either.
You also would be able to stick the landing.
I wouldn't fall on my ass. Yeah,
it wasn't an F-18.
No.
All right. Well, I got everything that I wanted to say about bike. We didn't need to. I wasn't going to elaborate. That's it. We don't need to touch on it next week.
It was bizarre.
I watched it like 10 times because I was like, I just couldn't.
What struck me about it was some people around him had like phones out on them, like the people around him. I'm like, how easy would it be to assassinate this guy? He can't stand up.
Yeah.
Don't do it. I'm not suggesting somebody does that, but
yeah, John Hinckley, don't get any ideas.
He's back in action. This guy. Unbelievable.
Maybe he had something to do with it. Maybe
Gun laws are lax. Hinckley's on the prowl. Like
maybe he popped the tire.
We have an aging, senile president. This is Hinckley's year to shine. Apparently, really what we're looking for.
He's back. Who's back? Comeback player of the year.
Oh no! Don't go to any hotels.
Is that where that happened?
I thought it was outside of a hotel. Probably not. I got a hotel. Probably for some conference. I thought it was some hotel.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure. It's crazy. It wasn't even that long ago. They got mid 80s. They got way too. That's like way too close. You shouldn't have been able to get that close to a president, especially after Kennedy. Like that should have been it. I mean, it was it, but like that was still too close for comfort.
You figured it out.
Yeah.
I can't. But how did he get out of jail? I don't understand. Like, how is there an expiration date on that? I don't understand.
You would think like trying to assassinate a president, like you're done. You're not getting out.
Yeah, this is crazy. You guys gonna be working at fucking Subway.
Like, what if he had succeeded? Like, if he had succeeded, he would not have been getting out. So it's almost like,
yeah, he's being rewarded for being a failure.
Yeah, I don't know. They had to wait till Nancy died. I don't know. When didn't she just recently die a few years ago? Or was that 10 years maybe?
Yeah, maybe it was a little. Yeah, there might have been a little buffer.
Deep Throat? What that was her nickname or something? You didn't hear that story about her?
Oh well, yeah, I knew. Yeah, she made her way around Hollywood.
Yeah,
crawling on her knees. Yeah, I've heard that. A lot of people have been in Nancy.
Yeah, could have had any A-list Hollywood star, and you settled for President Reagan.
Do you know? Do you have any names like Kirk Douglas?
Oh no, I didn't do that much of a deep dive. I just cracked up when I heard the story.
How do you Google that? Whose dick did Nancy Reagan suck?
Oh man, be a great trivia question. Name the 3 starting outfielders. When did Nancy Reagan die? Oh, 2016. It wasn't that long ago.
Wow. He lived a long time.
Well, she just said no. You just say no, you get to 95.
I guess. She said yes to a lot, though.
She should have. She should have said no a couple.
There he is. We lost him. All right. We got it all the way until 0%. So it's just me and you. And this is, I mean, shit, very awkward. Never did a live show by myself. But here we are. I mentioned the Kyle Farnsworth thing today. That's a weird picture. Like Kyle Farnsworth, he's a guy who's gonna be in the news. I'd assume to be something terrible. Did something to a kid or something, or maybe going like the Aubrey Huff route. But he just got really jacked. Disturbing pictures though. It's all steroided up and veins and shit. So that's where Kyle Farnsworth is these days. Ant would have thought it was disgusting, just the same. But I guess I should end there. I don't know. Keep going for a few minutes. What do we got? NBA draft was tonight. Paolo Banchero was the top pick. Duke. You fucking went to the Magic. Orlando. The Nets are in disarray in Brooklyn. We don't know what's going on. The Nets just love drama. That's really what it comes down to, right? I mean, the Nets just love the drama. They have Kyrie, said maybe this was it. Maybe they could reach an agreement. He's got a list of teams, and it's like 9 fucking teams. Of course, can't just list 1 or 2 teams. Not like I want to go this team, this. Oh, the Lakers, the Clippers, the Knicks, or this and that. Like, no, man. Like, I'd rather just pay him to not play. Like, no, we're not going to play. Just pay him not to play. Like, give him an FU. You fucked us for a couple of years. Now we're going to fuck you for the rest until you just contract. Well, I guess you can't. You got to sign the contract, right? Well, then you want to do like a sign and trade. Oh, that's it. Well, what's the opt-in? I fucked it all up. So I don't know who the opt-in option is. The team option, player option, player option. But it must be a player option. He wants the max contract, obviously, and he wants to do a sign and trade to one of these teams. So I don't know if you can actually fuck him somehow, but I mean, just a complete. It makes absolutely no sense to me how these guys can want to come here 1 year, they get exactly what they want, and now franchise is in disarray. That's basically what's going to happen, right? I mean, if they lose one of these guys, are in disarray. They lose one of these guys, the other guy's going to want to go, and then you lost all these guys: Dinwiddie, Levert, Jared Allen. You lost all these guys along the way, and not that they were necessarily on their way to a championship, but they were a fun, competitive team. And maybe you can kind of had watched them grow together and become a team together, and maybe then you add a guy like Durant in free agency, or you add another superstar in free agency, and he kind of puts you over the top. You get like a Celtic situation where you get a guy like Tatum somehow, and you have him kind of elevate all these role players, and you get a shot at the championship. But now, I mean, if Kyrie's actually considering leaving, and I think there's still a chance. Like, I don't think he's gone just because there's these rumors. So I just think there's still a chance that they sign him to the max, and that's it. And this never happened. But I mean, now that Kyrie is possibly gone, and Durant is monitoring the situation in Brooklyn, I hope so. It's your fucking team, monitoring the situation in Brooklyn. Like, where does that leave everybody? Like, it's really the Nets waited, years for these two guys to get together. They signed Durant after his injury and waited a year for him to recover and brought him back. And it's really been fun to watch, when he's on the court, and he's really exceptional talent. But where the Nets go from here? I mean, they have no draft picks coming up. They have no draft picks today or tomorrow or whatever, second round, or maybe they have the second round, but I know they don't have any draft picks in the first round. And the rebuild, if we're to start tomorrow, let's say, Kyrie's gone, Durant's gone, the rebuild starts tomorrow, you're in for a long couple seasons. Are you doing this? You're doing this again. Same thing they did a couple years ago, few years ago, I guess, after the Celtics debacle with the Paul Pierce and the Garnetts and stuff like that. That got ugly for a while. They were terrible for a while. And then you have Nash, who's, you know what? If those guys go, you got to get rid of Nash. You have to get rid of Nash. You can't have him kind of catering the rebuild. He's not the kind of coach you want in these tough situations where you want coaching these maybe should be sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth men on the team who are actually going to be 1 through 5. He's not going to get the best out of a team like that. He's not. I mean, we know he's not a good wartime coach. He was just there to kind of hold the jocks of these guys, and he never inspired any kind of confidence in me. I mean, that series against the Celtics was disaster, and his inability to adjust on the fly it's all I needed to see from him in that series, where it was just they kind of kept going back to the same well over and over and over again, getting the same result, which was not good, which is them, getting ousted. So I I I kind of like when the Nets stink. Like, I got into it the year they won like 12 games. Devin Harris team, I really kind of threw. I mean, it was like Devin Harris. I think it was like a young Brooke Lopez maybe on that team. Um, who else was on that team? Uh, Whatever. Not a great bunch of guys by any stretch of the imagination, but um, you know, that was a little more fun to watch. And I think if you get the right group of guys, a losing team could be fun because that's the guys you want to root for, the guys who don't expect to win every night, the guys who fight, and not like the Devin Williams teams who were just underachieving and lackadaisical and look like they walk into the gym and they look like they're God's gift to basketball, and they feel like they're owed whatever is in front of them. They don't have to earn it. And then guys who are supposed to win 20 games, they come out and they bust their hearts, bust their asses, and put it all on the line. They make it a little more exciting. We saw that with the last rebuild. You know, just watching. Oh shit, what's his name? D'Lo. I was watching him kind of develop after the trade from Los Angeles, and watch him develop into like a pretty legit point guard. Um, it was a lot of fun. So maybe there's more of that up their sleeves. Uh, might be headed that way. And the Nets right now, as we stand right now, they could either be a contender, they could be like a top 3 to 5 contender in the East, or they could be a lottery team if they even have fucking a lottery pick next year. That's where they stand. All right, that's going to do it for Sunday Pour. I gave you a little Nets at the end, free of charge, solo. Yanks won their record, tied their record for most home wins in a row, 16. I think the record was set in 1961. Judge walks it off. Hicks ties it up. Beautiful, fucking great night in the Bronx. Not going to be easy, man. It is not going to be easy. This was a hard-fought victory, and it was great to see. So that's going to do it. We'll be back here on Sunday Pour next week, 4th of July show. Sandlot, late night stories from the Bronx 16 years ago, and much, much more. Can't believe I fucking said that. And much, much more. All right. And talk to you in the morning on One Way Conversation. All right. Peace.